Hello everyone, it's Jonathan here from Nassau English School again. I hope you're all keeping well and that you've been practicing the tongue twisters that I've done in the other videos that you've watched. And I've got two more for you today, so I hope you find them interesting. I'm not quite as familiar with these ones as I am with the others that I've done, so hopefully you find them interesting. Here is the first one. So listen to me say it first. Near an ear, a nearer ear, a nearly eerie ear. Like I've said many times before, it doesn't really make much sense, but there you go. Near an ear, a nearer ear, a nearly eerie ear. Okay. So as you listen to me, you might hear some repeated sounds and repeated words. The first one I want to highlight is obviously the repeating of near in 3 different words in this tongue twister. To start with, the very first word of this tongue twister is near. Now, if you say this very slowly, I think you can probably say it's 2 syllables. Near, near. However, I think most people say this very quickly, normally. Okay, it's near the bus stop, for example. That's very fast. So I think really at natural speed when you're speaking English, near is only 1 syllable, really. Near an ear, like that. Okay, so you have that word near. Then you'll notice the second red word on your screen is the comparative form of near. Nearer, nearer. Notice how the stress is on the first syllable, okay? Nearer, nearer. So you've got the word near, and then you've got the r sound at the end. Nearer. Stress on the first syllable, okay? And then the third red word that I've highlighted on the screen is the adverb form of the word near. Nearly, nearly. So this time we've got near, and then we've got the ly sound on the end, which is a li sound, li. Nearly. Again, the stress is on the first syllable. Nearly, nearly. Okay, remember nearly is like almost or close to. Okay, it's the adverb form of near. So we've got near, nearer, the comparative form with the er ending. And then we've got nearly, which is the adverb form. Now you'll notice that in this tongue twister, I've got the word ear, ear. So my ear, your ear, what we use to hear things with. Notice the difference there. I hear things with my ear. All right, so ear, ear. Again, I think this one sometimes is 1 syllable, sometimes is 2. This one, again, is sort of very fast. Near an ear. Again, I would say for the purposes of this tongue twister, let's say it's just 1 syllable. So I've got ear 3 times in this tongue twister. But you'll notice that I've underlined in the first part, I've got an ear. An ear. Now remember, of course, that normally when you have a word that ends with a consonant and the next word begins with a vowel sound, like this one, e, then there is linking. Okay, so it's not an ear, it's an ear. An ear. Okay, those 2 words you go from one to the next. An ear. Okay, there is no gap between them. They are linked together. Okay, so I've underlined them on the screen so you can see that linking. So the first part, leading up to the first comma on your screen, near an ear. Near an ear. An ear. Okay, again, listen to that linking sound that you've got there. Okay, Near an ear, a nearer ear, a nearly eerie ear. This word I want to highlight. The word eerie means kind of mysterious, unusual, strange. In this lockdown situation because of the coronavirus, maybe if you go to a shopping area that's normally very busy, if you go to that shopping centre now, because lots of the shops are closed and there are not many people about, it's probably a little bit eerie, a little bit strange, because somewhere that is normally so loud and noisy and busy is suddenly very quiet, maybe even silent. Okay. This word is also used in like horror stories. You know, there might be an eerie mist or an eerie cloud or an eerie shape in the forest, you know, something like that. Okay. This word is pronounced eerie. Eerie. 2 syllables. Again, stress on the first syllable. Eerie. Eerie. So you'll notice that the first part is the same as ear, ear, and then you've got re on the end. Eerie. Eerie. So I'm going to read the whole tongue twister again for you to listen to. So let's have a go. Near an ear, a nearer ear, a nearly eerie ear. Near an ear, a nearer ear, a nearly eerie ear. Okay, so practice that one by yourselves at home. It's quite an interesting one, a few interesting sounds to practice in that one. Okay, near an ear, a nearer ear, a nearly eerie ear. Near an ear, a nearer ear, a nearly eerie ear. You can say it quite fast. I think there are more difficult tongue twisters, but there are some sounds in these words that some people do find difficult. So it's worth practicing a few times to practice those sounds. Okay. Here is the second tongue twister for today. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Okay, now remember scream is like, okay, I'm not doing it too loudly in case I break my computer. Okay, so I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. I suppose that's true. I think most of us love ice cream. And at the moment, the weather is good for ice cream. Okay, so this one is a sort of play on words because we've got the word scream, scream. So you've got s as the first sound, and you've got k as the next. Scream, scream. So you have scream, scream, scream. But then at the end, we have ice cream. Okay, so these two words, there's 2 words, and the S is now separate. Okay, it's ice cream. At the beginning of the tongue twister, you've got I scream. At the end of the tongue twister, you've got ice cream. Okay, so this tongue twister is trying to confuse you, particularly with the beginning and the end of the, because they sound very, very similar. Okay, I scream, ice cream. Okay, so really focus on those parts as the different parts. Okay, so remember ice cream, the food that we like to eat for dessert, that we might like to have on a nice hot day outside, is 2 words. Okay, ice cream. So let's go through this one again. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. There's also a bit of linking here again, actually, with for and ice. It goes for ice. So it's not for, it's th. It's a weak sound. Okay, a weak sound. For ice. for ice cream. Okay, so really focus on that weak pronunciation. For is usually pronounced in a weak way. It's one of those words that if you put it in a long sentence or even a shorter sentence like this, then it's usually very weak. You know, for example, I have been a teacher for 5 years. For 5 years. Okay, again, very weak, a weak sound there. Okay, and at the beginning of the third part, we've got we all scream, we all. You'll notice there's a bit of a Y sound in the middle there. We all. Okay, it's like there's a Y in the middle of those two words, the we and the all. So we all scream. Okay, so that happens a few times when you've got two vowel sounds together. You have a vowel sound at the end of one word and at the beginning of the next word, and it creates a little sound in the middle. That happens a few times in English. You might know some other words, some other word combinations where that happens. So let's go through this one again. I scream, you scream. We all scream for ice cream. I scream, you scream. We all scream for ice cream. Okay, so you can practice that one yourselves at home as well. So I hope you enjoyed those two tongue twisters. Hopefully I'll be able to do some more in the near future. See what I did there? The near future. Remember to keep following the Nassau English School Facebook and Instagram pages to look out for any more videos, any more vocabulary and quizzes that we put up, for any live lessons that we're doing. At the moment, we're doing them twice a week. And also don't forget to, if you want to actually have some proper teaching at this time, you can contact the school to learn more about the opportunity to do some online lessons. So I hope everyone is keeping well and keep yourselves safe and healthy. Keep practicing your English, and hopefully I will see you soon. Goodbye.